Hello and welcome to another Minecraft Bedrock tutorial. In this one, we're going to be building a universal tree farm. So in this chest is one of everything that we need. The exact numbers will be down in the description. We're going to go ahead and start with a piece of dirt so that we can mark off the 4 corners to a chunk, as well as our starting platform. So just go on an app like Chunkbase or something and find your chunks, or you can divide your coordinates by 16 until they're an even number, and then you're at the start of the chunk. And by even number I mean not a decimal. So we'll go ahead and mark these. Alright, once you have that done, you're going to go from 1 or 2 of the corners to the middle. So we're going to go from this spot there. Get rid of all of these. We'll leave the chunk border up for now. We're going to count up 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we'll destroy those. And that is where our farm is going to start, and where you're going to place your saplings. So from here we're going to count out 6 in each direction. On these 2 sides we're going to go up 1, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and up 1, and then 6. Go ahead and destroy these so that we're just leaving a block floating. And on this one we're going to go over 1, so get rid of that block. It's going to be 1 off from that. I'm going to place a block behind this. Under it we're going to have an obsidian, then we'll destroy that block and place a dropper looking up. And over here we'll have a block with a dropper looking this way, a dispenser that's looking this way, and then we're going to come diagonal and then down, destroy this top one and the middle one, place a pressure plate here and a redstone dust there. We're going to come out 2 and over 2 to create a square like that underneath the dirt. Place a comparator on subtract mode with redstone dust all around it. And this creates a little redstone clock. Then we'll have 2 glass, come up 1, destroy that one, place redstone there, and then here. Out of the back of that we're going to go 1, and then across 2, then up like that. I'm going to put a repeater there and redstone here. Behind this dropper we're going to place a hopper, and that hopper is just going to hold a shulker or chest that's full of bone meal. It'll cycle it into this dropper, and when you're standing on here, that's actually going to cycle the bone meal up into the dispenser as well. This dropper is just going to shoot any saplings it picks up at you. Go ahead and place a couple of hoppers that will all cycle into this dropper in a 2x5 pattern like that. Now to construct the pistons that are going to push the trees around. So these 2 are going to be 9 tall, and these 2 are going to be 8. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In front of each of these we'll have a sticky piston as well. we're going to start with this one. It's right next to our semi-AFK spot. And we're going to place 2 slime blocks and then 2 honey on top and alternate those slime and honey all the way up to the top. And then we're going to have an observer facing out on the left side there, and a sticky piston on the front there, except for the top one can just be a normal piston. Then on this one we're going to have 4 across, so it'll be 2 that side and 1 this side, and alternate honey and slime. This is just so the pistons don't get broken when they get stuck trying to push around the mangrove and the cherry tree. Then this one is going to have a tower of observers on that side facing out, and a tower on this side with 16 pistons in the middle. And then this one we're going to have 5 across, so 2 on that side, 2 on that side, and follow that all the way up. Then we're going to have a tower of observers here, over 2, and then a tower of observers there. This side's going to be glass, and then 16 pistons in the middle here. This one gets a little wonky, so we're going to have 2 there, and then 4. And then we're going to alternate with 4s. This one's going to be a row of observers powering this last block there, and then over 1 and a row of observers. This will be normal pistons here and this top one, and then these will be sticky pistons. And then we're going to have beside this piston here a row of observers looking backwards with normal pistons here, and beside this one we're going to come back 3 with a observer looking away from the farm, and tower up with normal pistons there. And then 2 more temporary blocks out that way with another observer looking out, and go all the way up. So this should be in line with that piston. And then come all the way down with sticky pistons. Then we're going to come back 2 from the bottom of that one and do double sticky pistons here. That's going to come all the way up to the top. And then an observer facing out on the right side there. We'll destroy that temporary block. And sticky pistons here. So the structure of your pistons should look like that. Then behind all of these slime blocks, we're going to place obsidian. So now we're going to start the power to the farm. So we'll place a block here with a comparator on it, and then a temporary block with a block above and below, then destroy that. And place a button on that block in the side of the dispenser. That one will make sense later. And then a redstone. We're going to count out 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll place a repeater 2 redstone and 2 repeaters on 4 ticks. And then a redstone. Come up 1 there, and this will loop around to there. So then we can destroy that temporary block and build 2 like that. Place a repeater there and a repeater here with redstone. We're going to copy this pattern all the way up to the top obsidian. So you can place the repeaters if you want first. We don't have to worry about putting one there because there's nothing up here. And this repeater powers this top block. These all have to be on the 1 tick. If not, then the farm will break. And these can be solid blocks except for this part where it does have to go up and down, but I find it a bit easier with the glass. Alright, so it should be like that when it's done. Just a big tower. If you want to test it, you can press this button and then watch, and it should double extend and then retract. So then we're going to come over to this pillar where we'll come out 2 from there and then loop this around like that and build this tower up this way. So if you're doing it in survival, you can just fit a scaffolding down through there to climb up and down this while you place these. And then once the repeaters are all placed, you're just going to place some redstone. And then you're going to come out from this block here and this block here until you meet. Then we're going to place 4 repeaters on 4 ticks. And then redstone all the way to there, and then 1 more repeater on 4 ticks there. So now, after this first side goes, it'll retract, and then this side will go. And then the cycle will continue, where we'll go like this. You can destroy the temporary block. This one we're going to place these as we go. And then redstone dust. Then we'll come from here across, and then from there across. Place a redstone here with a repeater, then redstone and 4 repeaters, all on 4 ticks, including this one. And our last one is a little weird, so we're going to come out 2 and then 1 for now. And place our repeaters. So then in between each of these, we'll go ahead and tower up. Until we're at the last repeater on that side. And then we'll come in, leaving this spot empty. And get some redstone all down here. So this one will look like that, with the empty gap here. It'll make more sense once we get to powering this collection area. Then out of here, we'll come across, and then across to there. We're going to have 5 repeaters this time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all on full tick. and then one more here. Just like that. So we're going to place a temporary block here, and then a solid block. I'm going to come out a number of blocks there. Place a redstone, and then 5 repeaters. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put these all on full tick. Then a redstone. And we're going to come out a number of blocks this way. And place 2 repeaters here on full ticks. A redstone. And then another repeater on full ticks. Get a block there and a block here. You can destroy this one if you want. This is going to have a redstone on it. And then that's going to bring us to our elevator. It's going to bring redstone all the way up there. So then this will all get redstoned up. And we'll just place some glass to get this redstone elevator up to the top. Guess we don't really need this one, so we'll get rid of that one. Just like that. So then, with this block included, we're going to come out 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then across 1. Place a temporary block here with a block above, and a block below, and then a block on this side. Get rid of that temporary block. And then 1, 2, 3 repeaters on 4 ticks, and 1 here. Then a redstone dust, redstone dust. Then we're going to have 4 repeaters here that are all on full ticks. And then 2 blocks there. Place a redstone and then a piston facing up. From here, we're going to drop down 1. Let's destroy that temporary block. And then this is going to come into the corner there. And then across to here. To here, where we're going to go up a block. And destroy that block there. On top of this block is going to be a piston, and we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 repeaters there, and 1 there. And redstone, and these are all going to be 4 ticks. So then, from there, we'll come out 4, and then across 3, the temporary block, and up 1. So 3 repeaters there, and then 2 here, all on 4 ticks, and redstone there. So you come down here, and then we're going to place a solid block behind each of those observers there. A block behind each of these observers, and then a block behind each of these observers. On top of those, we're going to have a redstone block like that. Then we're going to come back 1 with a temporary block in the middle and create a C shape like that. And we're going to do that for each of these. So it'll be back 1, up 1, and then those 2, and destroy that temporary block. We'll have a repeater looking away from that redstone block with redstone dust behind it, and then a piston looking down. Just like that. So now all of this part of the farm is up and running and ready to go. Right, so from here we're going to come across 3. So 1, 2, 3. And this will be sort of a walking platform area. And then one block that's temporary, we'll put that light there. And then we're going to count out 7, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then every other block we'll place a redstone torch. Then we'll put a lever on each of those. So the one we're going to start with first is going to be this one. Right, so this is going to be for the mangrove. We're going to place a sticky piston below it with a redstone block, a temporary block, and then another sticky piston with a block of redstone. So when this extends, both of those will drop down like that. Then we're going to place a temporary block here and a block there. And this is going to come back 2 and then forward another 2. We can turn that off for now. I'm going to place a repeater there and a repeater there with redstone dust and a torch here. Down here below this we're going to have a block there, and this is going to come across 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to just bring it this direction a bunch till we're roughly in line with that. And we'll have redstone dust here. Gonna place a repeater here, and then redstone dust the rest of the way. So then from here we're gonna drop down one there, and then one on either side of that one. So we get a shape like that. Then we'll put another redstone there, a repeater there, and a repeater there. So under here we're going to place a solid block with a sticky piston facing up and another red wool block there. So then we're going to grab our hopper and dropper as well and place a temporary block here. That's going to have a hopper facing this way, and then, a dropper facing that way with a hopper looking into it. Can make that there. Place a block here and destroy that. Then block there, temporary block with a block here and there. So this will be a repeater looking that way, comparator looking away from the hopper, and a comparator looking away from the dropper. Then we'll have a block here, a temporary block with a block there, and destroy that temporary block. This will be a torch there, a redstone. Replace the temporary block with a block here. That's going to have a redstone torch, a block on top of that, and then a block here. Should turn these off. And we'll come down one right here and place another block with a redstone. And this is going to be a tick counter. We're going to grab 7 sticks and just place those in there. Doesn't matter where, just like that. So this is going to count 7 cycles. So out of this block here, we're going to have 2 blocks there by 4. Then you're going to have 2 comparators looking that way, 2 comparators looking this way, with redstone on either side, and that's going to be a pulse extender. This will drop down 1 there, we'll come across 1 and 1, and just place a bit of redstone there, or in those 2 with a repeater there. That repeater is going to be powering a block that has a sticky piston on top of it, and another block there. Then this will come across here to there. And then we're going to drop down on this side. And this is going to come across to the torch that we have here. And we're going to have 4 redstone and 2 repeaters that are going to be on full ticks. That should be powering this. So then we'll place a redstone, 2 repeaters, 2 redstone there, and then 2 repeaters. And these 2 are going to be on 4 ticks. So the way this will work is when the mangrove is powered, this loses power, which allows the circuit to continue from the farm through here, and then this will continue and reconnect to here. But after this counts 7 ticks, this will pop up and the pulse extender will keep that up in the air so that this gets cut off, and then it won't power the farm, so it'll stop after 7 rounds. So then we're going to place a few solid blocks like that, the repeater there, and redstone down there. Then on top of here we're going to have 3 repeaters on 4 ticks. Right, so something that we have to add for the mangrove part is going to be a bypass. That's going to bypass the collection area for the first round. So we'll place a sticky piston here with a block under it, 2 blocks there, a temporary block, then 2 blocks here. We'll get 2 repeaters, 2 redstone. Then we'll bring this across, and 2 here, come down 2, and place a sticky piston right there. And then bring this down and get rid of these 2. Then place redstone all along here so that that's powered. Place a repeater there with a block here and a block there. We destroyed this block here. We'll put a sticky piston, the solid block on top of it, temporary block there, and a block here with a repeater going into that piston. Then 8 blocks here, like that. Comparator, 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 comparator. And then redstone. Then a redstone here. Temporary block. Destroy it. And place a repeater. Then bring this back like that. Destroying those temporary blocks, and then placing redstone all down here. And that is the mangrove. So if you want to label these as well, okay, I color code mine, but then I also will label it with the sapling that goes in accordance to that. So the next one we do will be the acacia, which is this one, and then cherry, and then oak. They don't need to be done in this order, it's just the order I'm going to be doing them in. So now we're going to do the acacia wood. So we're going to place a sticky piston there with a redstone block, a temporary block with a sticky piston and a redstone block. And then we're going to bring this across, probably to there, so that we can miss this a little bit. So here is where everything's going to connect, so we'll come down 3, get rid of that one, and place a sticky piston, so it mirrors that. And then this is where it all will connect. Then we'll place our redstone. When we turn this on, this isn't going to go all the way because redstone will only go 15. So we'll destroy the block and place a repeater, and then we can go ahead and turn that off. Then we're going to place 2 blocks there, dropper and hopper, and we're going to be building another tick counter. So we have our 3 blocks like that. Comparator, comparator. Redstone torch, redstone torch, redstone, redstone. Down here is a repeater. Have our redstone there. Then we'll come across 2 again. Then 4. This is going to be another pulse extender. And we're just going to bring this across 2 right there. And like that. And that is it for this one. So we'll open this up and we're going to place 3 sticks in there. So that's going to cycle the farm 3 times. And that's it for that one. And for the cherry, we're going to go there and down 1. Then this will be a repeater. For this one, we're going to be using pink wool. Same thing here with the piston. Then we're going to come this way too, and right along this chunk border to there, we'll have our sticky piston that comes down with the second sticky piston here. So then we're going to place 6 redstone here with a repeater and then a solid block. Then redstone will go to here where we're going to build another counter. So we'll get our hopper, dropper. This one's going to have 4 in it. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then just like all the rest, we'll have a solid block with a comparator on it, a solid block behind that that has a torch, a block beside the comparator that has redstone dust. Top of the torch block will be a redstone, then a temporary block here. And on this side, we're going to have a solid block under the hopper and beside it, a temporary block there, surrounded. Put a repeater going that way, and a comparator here, with a solid block behind it, and a torch on the side of that solid block. And then underneath this torch block, we'll have a temporary block, and a solid block with redstone on it. And there we go. Now the part that is going to destroy the cherry leaves, we're going to come up to here, where we'll have a sticky piston that has a pink block on it right there. Then we're going to have a obsidian behind these two blocks, and that's so that when we press this switch, they switch out. Then we're going to have a redstone block on top of that, with a solid block there, temporary block, two solid blocks like that, a repeater, and a redstone. You need a piston facing downwards right here. Then on top of this redstone, we're going to have a observer. And then on top of the observer, we're going to alternate torch and solid block up 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right, so we're going to place one more torch here. This torch should be out. So then from the side of this torch, we're going to put 4 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and another 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The piston there, a temporary block, and then an obsidian. Get rid of the temporary block. Then these will just have redstone dust. Under the obsidian, we're going to have 4 slime. And we'll have 2 observers looking up with a sticky piston and a normal piston. And then 4 slime under that with 2 observers looking down and a sticky piston looking up with a piston looking out. And that will destroy the leaves. To finish this off, we're going to place 3 glass there and 3 glass here. Now when this goes down, we have this button that you'll have to press to send it back up. There was a repeater here that needs to just be a redstone dust. Right, so this last one here for our oak switch is going to have a piston facing up, then 9 slimes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And a redstone block there. And then a glazed terracotta, and then 4 solid blocks, and then 4 solid blocks here. So it's 1 over this piston, and then 3 solid blocks there. Then we'll have a sticky piston here with a regular piston there. Then a temporary glass. Place glass here with 1, so 3 glass there, and a solid block here. Then we're going to put redstone on all of these, and a repeater here on 4 ticks. And that is it. Then we're gonna just place some more glass in all of these empty spaces, except for the 3 around here. So those ones, this middle one, and then those 3. We're gonna get some glazed terracotta, and I like to just place it in these areas here because it restricts the leaves growing, and it's got to be glazed so it doesn't stick to your other blocks. But we'll go ahead and fill these corners all up just like that. Alright, and the last thing that we're going to be doing will be the cube maker for the wood as it comes out. So just going to use obsidian as a temporary block, So you'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this is where we're going to start on number 6. Not a sticky piston, normal piston. Right, so from here we're going to go across 6 more for a total of 7. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then we're going to go up to there. So that's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then at the end here, we're going to place an observer pillar with a wall in front of it, just like that. Then behind this, we will have just a stack of wool like this. And redstone on top of that. So now whenever one of these walls gets updated, that row will ignite and it'll push. So doing it this way is handy because different types of trees are gonna come to the end at a different time. So it just evens things out a little bit. Then we're going to go across 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So now it shouldn't be able to push. And here we're going to have a wall of 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then the 8 high. 6, 7, 8. And we'll go ahead and fill this in. Then under this row of walls, we're going to have observers that are looking upwards, because they're not going to interfere with any blocks. Then a temporary block and a row of solid blocks underneath them with redstone. Temporary block with a block on top of it. So under this block we're going to have a piston with a redstone block. Then another piston looking up. 2 blocks, the repeater, and the redstone on top of it. Then we're going to come out from the side there and place a sticky piston. Get a block on top of that. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 honey. And another redstone block. We'll put a button on top of that. So then here we're going to have a temporary block with a solid block on top of it. Then tower up with torches and solid blocks. And then place a redstone lamp and a redstone dust. So now when the trees come to the end here, this lamp will turn on. You go and destroy all the blocks, and then press the button and the lamp will turn off. So then we're going to come across 5 blocks, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll pillar up here, and then come all the way into the farm here. We'll get rid of that redstone there. And go right beside the comparator here, is where we'll stop. We'll place a block there and get rid of this block underneath it. Then a redstone torch, solid block, redstone torch, and then a lamp. We're going to put a repeater here and a repeater there. And redstone all the way across here. And once we get here, we're going to put a repeater, then a redstone. Forgot that we need a repeater there. Again, when this comes to the end, that lamp will turn on, so you know like the lamp is still on and you need to press the button. And then this will send the signal all the way down here. So while you're standing here, you'll notice the light turns on and know that you have to go and collect your wood. So then the only thing left to do is put a floor in here. So you can put some terracotta, some glazed terracotta in this area, just like that. And feel free to continue this all the way over here. Put a floor in here so it's easier to collect everything. So the last thing we're gonna do is just finish up these signs here. We'll put cherry, acacia, and oak. Now we'll show off how this works.